Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Segway Plays The Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker. In the last episode, I had a bit of a panic attack at the end, but everything's okay now. It turns out I just sat on the remote. I didn't lose sound. But we are in this rather precarious position here between these cannon ships and this sea hat. There we go. Takes one of them down at least. But yes, okay. For real though, in the last episode, we met what turned out to be the true form of the King of Red Lions, who is the king of the Lost Kingdom of Hyrule. And he revealed to us that Tetra is in fact the long-lost Princess Zelda. And in order to protect Zelda, he had her stay down there in the sealed kingdom of Hyrule beneath the waves. And we are now supposed to find the sages who are responsible for giving the Master Sword its power. And they are in temples somewhere here on the Great Sea. And we're also tackling a few side quests. Among them is the reefs, which are now available to us. We took care of the Six-Eye Reef in the last episode. I am running dangerously low on bombs. I can get some, I guess, from these ships. Or those, item orbs out there. But yeah, so this reef has only one rock eye in the middle, hence the name Cyclops Reef. But there are more cannon ships to keep the difficulty on par. Okay, can I specifically go for bombs? Okay, got a couple. That's something. Not much, but something. Anyway, but yes, so I was already a little bit on edge because I discovered, as I mentioned, that my memory card has been having issues with data corrupting, and then I seemingly lost sound, so I thought everything was falling apart on me, but the sound was my own fault because I sat on the TV remote and turned off the sound of my headphones. So, for now, as I said, we are going to make our way towards one of the two temples we were directed to, which would be the Earth Temple, to the south. And we are going to stop by some uncharted spots along the way and tackle a few side quests. Is that the last cannon? No. Okay, where? Yep, there. Two more. Three more. There's one behind me somewhere. There we go. And I thought that would be it, but there's another one. Oh, it's a cannon ship. Oh boy. Yes, like I said, there are more cannon ships in this one. I only have 14 bombs left. I need to be careful. Okay, there we go. That ought to do it. No, there's another one. Is it the one I'm looking at now? Is that still? Yes, it's still active. Okay. I need to get closer. There we go. And that makes a chest appear. Okay, let's see if I can't get any bombs out of the item orb that cannon ship dropped. Then we'll get that chest. Then we'll get moving again. Totally missed. No, I don't see any bombs. Crud. I needed some. Anyway. Rinse and repeat. Climb the side of the reef. The tricky thing about this one, though, is you'll notice that the rock formation is a lot higher than most of the wall. So we are going to have to go all the way around. Is this high enough? Let's see. No, I don't want to chance it. I think we are indeed going to have to go all the way around. Probably speed up this walking for the sake of your viewing enjoyment. No, 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 no! Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to cut right back to that spot if I even make it to dry land in time. I will cut back to that spot on the wall. Okay, so we're back, and fun fact that I didn't remember, if you drown and reset, all of the cannons come back. So hopefully we don't get shot down on our way flying over to that chest. Yeah, it has not been my day on a lot of levels here. But we are finally approaching the high point. And fortunately, the wind is already facing the right direction. Oops. So we just have to hope the cannons don't shoot us down. They're certainly firing at us. But we made it. Now, let's open the chest. As you might have guessed, it is in fact another treasure chart. Let's see where this one is. Treasure chart 21. That looks like it's right here by Cyclops Reef. In fact, I think it is. So how's about... Oh boy. King of Red Lions should be over there. I think that's where he is. I hope that's where he is. Yep, there he is. Okay. So yeah, last time I made it... When I fell into the water, I literally made it right up to the side of the King of Red Lions, right as I ran out of time. Okay, now if I'm not mistaken... Yep, that is indeed here. So let's get the boomerang and deal with the sea hat, because he's going to make our life miserable if we don't. Not close enough, I guess. Alright, maybe he's going to leave us alone. Famous last words. But I am fairly close. Alright, let's see what it is. You got the light ring chart. Now you know where to find the rings of light that mystically appear on the sea under the full moon. Press the control pad up to check your charts review. Yes, this is another special chart. Right here, the light ring chart. So, when the full moon appears, little rings of light, like the ones we've seen, appear at these particular areas of the Great Sea. And if you find them, they have particularly good treasure, better than your average light ring. But just to go back to our sea chart for now, I propose we head south. Okay, yep, let's see. The island immediately south is uncharted, so we should have some bait ready. I need to stop by a beetle shop and get some more. Hopefully we'll see him around here somewhere. There's those barrels again. I've been trying to figure out when they do appear versus when they don't. I guess, like, maybe it's only if you're exiting a quadrant in a perpendicular fashion? Because I know we've crossed over a lot of squares and have not encountered those every time. So, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know how I'd look that up, either. Is the barrels with the white flags on them in Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker? When do they appear? Let's see, is that our destination? No, that's not. Okay, yeah, that's Southern Fairy Island. I am... Wow, I'm already almost all the way through this quadrant. Okay. The island is to the west of us because I guess I started on a bad angle. You know, let's take out another... Do I have... yeah, I got 43 bombs. Alright. Let's do another one of these platforms while we're here. This one has a lot of cannons on it. So the thing I've noticed, incidentally, is if a cannon hits the King of Red Lions while you've fallen out of him, you still take damage. Which makes sense in some sort of fashion, I guess, but still. Not exactly forgiving. Okay, they're all up there, they're all firing at me, and I can't see them. Okay, that's not good. You see, there's a perfect example of it. The King of Red Lions got hit, I took damage. Ow. It's not going well. Okay, got one. Yeah, so this is where that targeting arc in the HD remake comes in real handy. It's for moments like this one. Okay, that should have hit. That should have counted. How many are there on this thing? 8, 10? I can't really get enough of a... Looks like 10. I am low on bombs. I do not like this. There's a fair number of these left. I think there's at least 3, and I'm... Okay. I'm curious to see if I'm going to make this now. Oh, no, not get out. Oh, come on, what... Hey, this is where it all starts to break down. Oh, come on. Have mercy, game. Okay, I got one bomb, and then I think there's one cannon left. I got one shot. And by one shot, I mean I've got no shot at actually making this work. Ah, no. Okay, you know what? I'm betting that if I go up here, there'll be some pots or enemies or something that I can get bombs from. Because now I'm just mad and I want to get this thing destroyed. Maybe I'll speed this whole thing up, but with audio so you can hear what I'm saying. Let's see. What is up here? Now, I guess it'd just be 8 cannons. Okay. Bokoblin. Probably should have defeated him up here. Maybe he would have dropped some bombs. Arrows. Great. I don't need arrows. There's already a chest up here. I'm curious to see if another will appear, because I thought that was the gimmick with these. Arrows. I don't need arrows. I don't need magic either. I need bombs. Bombs! And I didn't get any. This is disappointing. Red rupee. Okay. That's nice. But not what I was hoping for. Alright, you know what? Forget it. I give up. The tower wins. I'm surprised. Since there's a chest there, maybe there isn't even anything to be gained. But we'll never know now, will we? Let's head toward this island before I get too mad. That's interesting. Seems to be another one of those giant heads up there. So where is the fish? Better tell, these waves are pretty extreme. Was that him? Did I see him? No. There he is. Okay, he's over there. Music sure is abrupt to cut out when you get near an island. Let's see, what can you tell me about this place? Oh, small fry. Stone Watcher Island. So tell me, small fry, have you heard about the Golden Triumph Forks? Here we go again. There are such things. And there's a chart that'll show you where to find them on that island there. If you want to try asking that huge, grouchy-looking Stone Watcher. I thought you could even budge the thing, though. You got skinny arms, Fry. And that's all the info I got to offer. Okay, so, well, at least we have a sort of definitive lead on these Triumph Forks. That there's one on this island, but we'll need a way to lift that giant headstone. Well, it's not a headstone, it's a stone head. So we'll need some way to deal with that. Well, we'll have to keep our ear to the ground. So we're going to sail south now, and because Shark Island is just to the south of here, well, let's see. Maybe we can do something there, actually, but I will speed up the sailing. Well, let's see. Let's check out this Shark Island. See if there's anything we can do here. Well, there's another Korok with a withered Deku tree. So we'll have to come by here with some forest water at some point. See what the sign says. To reach Southern Fairy Island, head east from here. Well, we don't need to do that. Oh, you know what? We cannot do this yet, so we will come back to this island. We can do something here, but I'm going to hold out until we can do everything here. On the other hand, there is Beetle. Maybe he can give me some bombs and some extra bait. So this wasn't a totally wasted trip. Well, no bait, but at least a bomb. Yes, this particular location sells red potion and arrows as well, so that's handy. Now, while we're here, I'm going to take a picture of this cheapskate, just for fun. And let's get some bombs. Oh, thank you as always. I appreciate your business. If you have anything you want to sell, show it to me. I'll buy it off you. That's another thing is you can sell your spare... No, not arrows. I didn't want those. You can sell spare spoils to beetles. So if you have some extra chew jelly or skull necklaces or whatever, Beetle will buy them. Not always with great prices, but it's something. Okay. Now we have some bombs. What am I doing? Going further south. Yes, because 1 square to the south of here should be one of the temples. Oh, submarine. These can be good. Let's see what this one is holding. Oh boy. Rats that throw bombs. I don't understand how this happened. This is a submarine with a bunch of bomb flowers planted in it, and a bunch of rats that have figured out how to pick them up and throw them at people, and fire around the bottom of the ladder so you can't go back up. What happened on this submarine? That this is the state of existence. Like, I mean, was it a mutiny, or... Because I can't imagine this started out as a rat submarine. They keep coming, that's the thing. Okay, there we go. Phew! That was bizarre. And as you might have guessed, it is another treasure chart. Okay, let's see where this one... Oh, I guess we can't open the sea chart in the submarine. Because I listened to this eerie music here. It occurs to me, I don't know if it's on the soundtrack. I have the actual official soundtrack. And I don't think that's on it. I'll look into that. But it occurs to me that when I listen to the soundtrack, and I do listen to video game soundtracks just for the fun of it from time to time, I don't think I've ever heard that one, so I'll have to look into that because it's a pretty thorough soundtrack. Anyway, let's get out some more bait. I think I see the fishman already. Yep, I do. Oi, small fry! Headstone Island. Small fry, there's a real heavy stone head blocking a cave on that island. Don't you wonder what's behind it? Don't you want to get in there? Heh. Let me tell you a great secret. If you go north 4 squares and east 3 squares to Fire Mountain, you'll find an item that gives you the strength to easily lift anything, no matter how heavy it is. With that thing, you could lift that stone and toss it out of your way as if it were light as a feather. And that's all the info I got to offer. Okay, so it sounds like there is another one of these stone heads on Headstone Island, and indeed there is. And the thing he told us, interestingly enough, is that if we go to Fire Mountain, there's an item there that should allow us to be able to pick up these giant stone heads, of which we've seen a fair few in our travels. So that's handy. But if you remember, Fire Mountain is a total... It's just a freaking volcano. But the fishman there told us that if we went 1 square north and 4 squares west of there, we could find the power to freeze anything. That's Mother and Child Isles, so that is interesting. But before we chase that path, let's say we check out the other temple. It's just north of Windfall, so if we travel by cyclone there, should be able to get there fairly quickly. Set the wind to north. And away we go. Or at least we would if I could get the island out of the way. Here we are, and this is a foreboding-looking island. Let's see if we can't find Fishman to tell us something about this. Where is he? Is he hiding behind the island? Doesn't usually do that, I didn't think. Where is he? Gotta be here someplace. Was that him? Is that just the wake behind one of those cannon ships? I feel like I hear him. I just can't see him. Oh, there he is. Gotcha. Oi, small fry! Gale Isle. Are you thinking you want to get into that cave, small fry? The one thing that's protected by the crazy winds on that island? Hehe. Okay then. Well, let me just tell you a little secret. If you go 5 squares south and 1 square east from here, you'll reach Ice Ring Isle, where you'll find an item that'll make you as heavy as stone. If you get that item, you won't have to worry about getting blown over by winds. And that's all the info I got to offer. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 east. Okay, so that's 1 to the west of Forest Haven. So you know what? Let's check that out. And 1 to the east, I think I can warp to Southern Fairy Island too. So how about I do that? Oh, wrong song. I have a plan. Yes, I can. Okay, so I'm going to warp here. We'll go east. We'll check out Ice Ring Isle. And then we will end things off by going a little further east to Forest Haven, where I will drop off these pictographs, particularly the ones of Tetra, because I am very worried about what might happen with this memory card situation. Alright, let's equip a little bit of bait. Okay, I believe that island there is our goal, and it really doesn't... Oh, there's the ice ring. Yeah, I've always found that interesting, the draw distance on the island versus the draw distance of the ring of ice around said island. And I would be afraid to try to enter that, much like with the volcano, which would toast us to a crisp. I have a feeling this would freeze us on impact, but let's see what the Fishman has to say. Oi, small fry! Ice Ring Isle. There's this amazing treasure inside that freezing ring of ice over there. But even if you wanted it and tried to get inside, you'd just be frozen solid as soon as you approached the shore. But If you go 4 squares north and 3 squares west, you'll find the power to melt any ice, no matter how cold. Search for it, small fry. And that's all the info I got to offer. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's interesting. It's the same place we get the power to freeze anything. This famous mother and child Isles. But before we go there, I am just going to mosey on over to Forest Haven real quick and visit the Nintendo Gallery. And I will speed up the trip over there and meet you there. And here we are back at the little island. Except that's not the one with the Nintendo Gallery on it, that's the other one. Alright, there's Beetle. Maybe I can get some more bait from him. I'm gonna need some soon. Yeah, let's do that. Let's stop Beetle here. Yep, okay.
Thank you.
Let's get one pair, just because we used one.
Thank you.
And we're getting closer to this 30-point reward of his. We're about to hit, oh, no, we can't get any more bait right now. But we're at 20 points out of 30. And I'm certainly intrigued to see what he will offer us upon reaching 30 points. Oh, the mailbox is dancing, so we'll do that while we're here too. Good evening. Letters for Link. We have 2 letters. Here is your letter. This parcel has been sent cash on delivery. Postage due is 201 rupees. Will you pay? Okay, now this is a thing that bugged me a lot as a kid because I didn't know where the wallet upgrade that we got was. And so you can only carry 200 rupees. So in order to get this letter, you have to have found a wallet upgrade. And since I hadn't as a kid, every time I went to a post box, it tried to give me this letter and I couldn't pay for it. But fortunately, we have enough rupees, even though it's pretty steep. We can pay that, but whoever sent this is going to get an earful from me, that's for sure. To the esteemed Mr. Fairy Person. Oh no. I know who this is from. Thank you very much for your purchase. Enclosed is an incredible chart. This chart will show you... what voice did I give Tingle? It was more annoying than I... This chart will show you where you can find the Triforce charts. I want you to use it to find lots of them. They are my favorite kinds of charts. And also, sir, have you been checking your Tingle chart? Have you seen those giant fairy marks? Follow the chart to find them and your fortune will increase greatly. Tingle. I'm going to go back and look up the voice I gave him because I know that wasn't it. You got the incredible chart. Now you know where all the Triforce charts are hidden. That's positively incredible. Here is your letter. So this is our second letter. See who this is from. Oh, it's from Errol. How have you been, big brother? I'm here on the pirate ship writing you this letter. Isn't that neat? At first I was really scared, but they're all actually nice. For pirates, I mean. Mr. Gonzo is a really big guy, but ever since Miss Tetra left, he's been crying like a baby. It's kind of funny, but sort of sad, too. Nudge is a little strange, but nice, too. And as for Senza, his beard makes him look pretty mean, but he tells really cool stories when he gets in the right mood. Zuko's kind of weird, and Mako's pretty quiet. Mako immediately gets mad whenever I try to take his glasses. So I do that a lot. Hee hee. As usual, Nico is always fooling around. He won't take anything serious. Actually, he seems sad not to have you around anymore. Were you guys good friends? Guess you could say that. I helped them all out with their chores, and they actually paid me a little for it, so I'm sending the money to you. Please use it, big brother. I'll loan you my telescope for a little longer, but you have to return it to me eventually, okay? I'm doing fine here, so don't you worry. I'll take care of myself, so you be sure to take good care of yourself. Good luck, Errol. Oh, isn't that sweet? Sister sent us a red rupee. That's very sweet of her. So it sounds like she's doing alright with the pirates, which is good to hear. They're Tetra's crew, even if Tetra's not with them. I trust them. They seem to be a good bunch. Poor Gonzo, though. Anyway, let's take a look at this incredible chart of Tingles. Well, first, let's see. There's a new treasure chart. That looks like the Tower of the Gods, if I am not mistaken. Oops. So we'll have to check that out next time we're in the area. Here it is. The incredible chart. So, this tells us, apparently, where to find Triforce charts. And since we're looking for the Triforce of Courage, it's a good bet that Triforce charts are going to be very helpful. So, we may actually owe Tingle some thanks. Now, notice that he mentioned that on the Tingle chart, he had marked the location of fairies that will bestow upon you great wealth, and one of them is on the square where Outset Island is. That would be the fairy, the Great Fairy Fountain that we found that gave us a bigger wallet. And so it stands to reason that that one all the way up there on the north of the map will as well. So that is good to know. Here's the problem I have with this, is you need to have found one of them to get the letter from Tingle that explains that that's what they are. So I don't understand why they bothered to put that prompt in that letter, because you have to have found at least one of them in order to even get that letter in the first place. So, I mean, you do have the Tingle chart earlier, but you really don't have any way of necessarily knowing that that's what those fairies are for. So, I don't get it. But, whatever. And it makes that sound whenever we close it for some inexplicable reason. But Tingle may have actually come through for us, because that incredible chart seems like it will actually be very useful. Well, we have made our way around the Great Sea, found the temples, learned where we need to get the items that will let us get to them, except we need to get another item or items in order to get to those items. And we know where to go for that. But we're going to do that in the next one. But before we go, I am just going to drop off the pictographs I've taken and still rage about the fact that my Helmarock King photos, which if you remember, I took a lot of care. Oh, yeah, you can't show him a new one until he puts the one that he had made, or tells you about it, and tells you which room he put it in. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, so that's good. So, it's going to take a day, and I actually want to show you something about this, because Tetra's figurine, in addition to being one that has a cutoff, has a, oops, wrong. Why can't I remember the song? In addition to being one that has a cutoff, there's also something special about it. So I just want to show this before we wrap up. But yes, so you may remember from a few videos ago how much work I put into getting a decent shot of the Helmarock King and how much I prolonged the battle for it. And because of my stupid memory card having problems, I lost both of the good Helmarock King photographs that I kept, pictographs. And I am really mad about it. I mean, I know I wasn't going to complete the gallery until a post-series bonus video anyway. I mean, that was always the plan, but still. I'm now going to have to use that safety net, which is going to be a bit of a hassle in itself, and it won't be for a long time. So, yeah. What are you going to do? Welcome, Link. The figurine you requested is ready. I know I always say this, but this is some of the best work I've done in quite a while. Go into that door there to check it out. I put it in the first room on the right. My right. So this would be the Great Sea Room, which makes sense for a pirate like Tetra. But once again, defying the odds of figurine knowledge, he has sculpted all of Tetra's pirate crew. Because we are not going to just be hanging around with them anymore. So there's no way to get pictographs of them. But in order to get figurines of them, you simply turn in your pictograph of Tetra, and somehow, through psychic intuition, Karlov, who may just live up to his ego, because that is a really impressive feat. So as I said, they each have their own little descriptors, and I'm not going to bother reading them all now. I'm going to save that for the bonus video when we really tackle the gallery in full. But I just wanted to show this off, so if you were wondering, well, how do we get all of the pirates? This is how. So, with that, I'm just going to turn in my pictograph of Beetle, because I have it. So with that, we have done a fair amount of side quests, as well as made our preparations for how to go forward. So I think this would be a good time to call an end to the episode, and in the next episode, we will look into how to get this power to melt ice and freeze anything that is apparently both in the same place, that we will need to get the items that will allow us to get into the temples where the sages who can restore the Master Sword's power are waiting. So, I will see you in the next episode.